Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today we're going to be looking at some work by my favorite film director of all time, David Lynch.
Believe it or not, Eraserhead is my most spiritual film.
Elaborate on that.
No, I won't.
At this point in my life, out of all of the amazing things that he's done, I think my favorite is the show that he co-created with writer Mark Frost, which was Twin Peaks.
Cows eat oats and little lambs eat ivy.
It was hard to decide between Breaking Bad or Degrassi.
Same thing.
If you're not too familiar with David Lynch's work, I think his debut film Eraserhead, released in 1977, serves as a thesis to his entire filmography. It's dreamlike, surreal, disturbing, but thought-provoking and sticks with you long after your first watch.
Which is the exact quality you'd want for a commercial.
You'll be all right in a minute.
It's funny that a guy that detests product placements in his films...
How do you, as a filmmaker, feel about this growing trend?
Bullshit. That's how I feel.
would be willing to do some commercials, but alas, here we are today.
Total fucking bullshit.
So who would contact such a non-conventional, abstract choice for commercials?
You'd be surprised, as Calvin Klein, Giorgio Armani, hell, even Michael Jackson ended up requesting his services. While a lot of his trademark touches are still present throughout his commercial work, as a longtime fan, I'd say a lot of them feel more conventional.
Even the ones that I thought would be weird didn't really end up being that weird. Like, he did a whole commercial for a pregnancy test, which is ironic given the fact that the entirety of Eraserhead would be in itself an effective contraceptive, but it's still a regular advertisement.
Although reading about the production of that specific ad does give an interesting tidbit. During filming, Lynch thought it would be funny for the actress to take a real pregnancy test so he can record her genuine reaction, only for him to switch it out at the last second with another person's results instead as a prank.
Yeah, like when I read that and then watched the ad, I was so confused.
She doesn't look that bothered here. I mean, was she wanting to have a baby? Did she not?
Yeah, given that article in mind for context, I don't know if it makes it worse or better, but regardless, I just think it was an interesting choice to do that in the first place. So today's video will actually look at some of my favorites of the bunch, which are more out there and interesting, at least to me. If you're a fan of David Lynch as well, let me know what's your favorite work of his in the comments below. Or if you're new to his work, then I'd really love to hear your first impressions of all of this in the comments below as well too. The first one we're going to be watching here today is going to be the ad that he did for the PlayStation 2. That's right, David Lynch did a commercial for the PlayStation 2. Not a lot of people seem to be familiar with this one since it didn't come out in the US originally. However, since it's been on the internet for a good while, it's gained some attention as the years have gone on. To briefly put things into context, you gotta remember that the PS2 was hotly anticipated and that everybody was looking forward to it. So keep that in mind. How will David Lynch show off the capabilities of this new next-gen console? Will it give it a taste of the new next-gen graphics, or how about the fact that you can not only play CDs but DVDs now as well too? So it's backwards compatible, right?
Within this 1 minute, you're exposed to a purely concentrated dose of David Lynch.
I don't know why, but I suddenly want to buy a PlayStation 2.
It's honestly amazing that this aired on TV since it feels more in line as an experimental short film than anything. It really isn't a standard commercial, especially if you want to contrast it with the pregnancy test one that we looked at earlier. There, it had a clear setup and tagline. Buying this product gets you to know within 1 minute if you're pregnant or not. Boom, there you go.
Here, I guess the idea is if you play the PS2, you'll be greeted by an anthropomorphic duck after getting your head cut off. Holy fuck, no, don't show that again! It's such a visceral onslaught of so much going on, especially with such little time, and I'm all there for it.
The only thing that is related directly to PlayStation is the ending tagline where somebody screams,
PlayStation 2! The third place!
which which I love. It's so funny to me.
I wish more video game related commercials would just have the most out-of-pocket stuff, only for it to remind you that it's video game related only at the very end. So don't call me a liar. You thought I didn't see the receipt. I saw the receipt for both of you guys at the Applebee's enjoying those 50-cent mozzarella sticks, all right? And when I saw that, it just confirmed everything. So don't think that you can try to change my mind on this divorce. What? There's check behind the mirror. What are you talking about? Divorce. Nintendo Switch. What the hell? Yeah, honestly, I think this was well done. I really want a PlayStation 2 now.
Welcome to the third place.
The next commercial we're going to be looking at today is a special one, since it actually features my aforementioned favorite show of all time, Twin Peaks.
After a tight first season and following a chaotic second, Twin Peaks' first run concluded with a last hurrah directed by Lynch himself for its finale in 1991. A feature film also directed by Lynch followed shortly in 1992, titled Twin Peaks: Fire Walk With Me, which followed Laura Palmer's final days prior to the start of the series.
It didn't do well, to say the very least.
At the time of its reception, the darker tone the film had was in contrast to the overall tone of the series, which was what a lot of people were still expecting. Quentin Tarantino, of all people, following a screening that year, remarked that, quote, "David Lynch has disappeared so far up his own ass."
Huh. I guess it takes one to know one.
Following that, it looked like Twin Peaks as a whole was dead in its tracks, with no return in sight, until Japan started to watch it.
The better part of 2 television seasons, Twin Peaks and the travails of Laura Palmer intrigued American viewers. It's now a different story in Japan. The entire country seems to have gone crazy over the show.
At this point, I guess it's more in character than it is outward, since the cast of Twin Peaks would reunite once again. Not for a season, not for another movie, but for a series of Japanese coffee commercials.
Incredible. You two have got to try this. It's rich. Man, oh man, this Georgia is damn fine coffee.
Yeah, I am not kidding. There is a series of commercial spots that were filmed after the movie and aired only in Japan, making this the only time up until the 2017 revival that we had a new glimpse of Twin Peaks in any on-screen capacity.
Right? Right.
The thing is, though, these still rock.
Seeing as how trying to solve a mystery of a girl that was assaulted and murdered is kind of too deep of a topic to latch onto within a half-minute commercial spot.
She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
Instead, these focus on series protagonist Dale Cooper helping Ken, a man trying to locate his missing wife in the eponymous town of Twin Peaks.
And it's in these commercials that I see another problem that's been previously unaddressed in this town, which is everybody's caffeine addiction. More specifically to a Japanese canned coffee brand that Dale Cooper just seems to keep on him at all times for some reason.
No, Lucy? I'll let you in on a little secret. It's called Georgia coffee. Cooper? Hawk? Georgia's all around. Georgia ni makasero.
It's honestly hilarious, as one of the most iconic moments of the entire show is Cooper saying this about regular drip coffee at a hotel.
This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Now he's addicted to this other Japanese import, so much so that he even rudely declines that coffee at the diner.
Agent Cooper?
Shelly, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Hand and all. Even the waitress, Shelly, is so baffled. Like, oh my god, I love her.
I think my favorite part is the fact that, spoiler warning for a 2-minute story arc, Cooper celebrates finding the missing girl for Ken in a literal trans-dimensional hellish realm by cracking open a nice cold one with everybody.
Yeah, as we all would do in a situation like this. I think these commercials really do the trick. They're super effective in making you want the product that they're selling to you. And in David Lynch's case, it's a testament to his artistry that aspect still shines through enough to where it doesn't really impede on what it's trying to do. If anything, it improves it tenfold. In the end, I think David Lynch really is my favorite film director of all time because of stuff like this. It's so out of left field, but It feels very in character for him. If you're a fan of his before and wasn't aware that he did stuff like this, I encourage you to look up a lot of his extra work out there. His music and even artwork outside of film and television are all still super captivating. And again, if you're someone that wasn't familiar with his stuff before watching this video, then please, definitely, I encourage you to check out all of his stuff, from Twin Peaks to films like Blue Velvet, which is similar to that, alongside to his other iconic works, which he has plenty. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I think there's gonna be some stuff popping around here in just a few moments. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and goodbye.